Hi creatives, my name is Skye and I am an artist and muralist here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am in total awe of the 1.5 Street mural project that is right behind the Churchill, a restaurant and co-op space here in downtown Arizona. This alley was transformed into a bland and dull space people didn't want to walk through to an amazing outdoor public art gallery. One of the main organizers of this project is Isaac Caruso, an artist from when he was 14 years old, starting with graffiti and spray art. He has now spent more than half of his life in the arts and providing opportunity for other artists. I interviewed him about how this project got started, who made it happen, some of the artists that are here, and some of the inspiration behind his own work. Stick around. Hey creatives, if you're new here, my name is Skye, an artist and muralist here in Phoenix, Arizona. This channel, Courageous Creatives, is really geared toward inspiring, educating, and motivating artists, not just here in the Valley, but all over the world to pursue their artistic goals and dreams. This is through education, inspiration, and community building. So if you're new here, please think about subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you never miss a video. I'm going to have interviews with amazing artists like Isaac Caruso, and I'm also going to have some tips and tricks about monetizing your creativity, so you definitely want to stick around for that. Plus, I have some bits and pieces about saving the world, being environmental, being an activist, being an artist, and some other good stuff. So without further ado, let's hear from the artist and organizer of the 1.5 Street project, Isaac Caruso.
My name is Isaac Caruso. I'm a muralist, and we're going to be talking about the Phoenix art scene and my artwork today. So this project is called 1.5 Street. What it is a joint collaboration between APS, Churchill, and myself, and then also 12 other artists that came and painted these walls. It's about 3,500 square feet all in all, and we got some of the best and brightest talent from around here to kind of show what they do, and super fortunate that we made it work. It was about a 10-month long process, but here we are. So I've always kind of drawn and doodled, and I guess my first steps towards being a muralist was when I was 14. I kind of picked up spray paint and graffiti, although I wouldn't really call it graffiti. It was just me and my friends just painting on stuff to make it funny or cool or interesting, like kind of outside the whole regimented graffiti scene. We just did our own weird thing. And then when I was around 17 years old, I started getting more and more into art and came down to First Friday and had my first show ever at Holgus and sold my first piece, and then I just kind of fell in love with it as far as like a professional endeavor, and been doing it ever since. I went to college, I got my graphic design degree, but about 2 years ago I just said I was done with commercial art and I've just been making fine art since. This piece right here is something I completed about a week and a half ago. It's titled Beauty. I didn't call it that, somebody else did, and I just thought it worked. But it's a picture of a model that I shot, and behind her is some kind of still life imagery that just reminds me of like Phoenix, the heat, and it's kind of contrasting the other piece that I'm doing. It's a 50-foot long panorama depicting the Arctic.
Where did the name 1.5 Street come from?
So 1.5 Street kind of originated when the owners of the Churchill, Kel and Hartley, who are great dudes, approached me back in, I'd say, August of last year, and they said, we want to do a mural alley. There's nothing behind this kind of restaurant, retail co-op space that we're making, and APS seems interested in us using their wall, so would you help us curate? Would you help us kind of brand this thing? And I said immediately, like, hell yes, like, how are we gonna do this? I came up with the name 1.5 Street because it sits in between 1st and 2nd Street, and it's got a nice ring to it. And so we made an investor deck, and about 9 or 10 months later, we had enough money to kind of resurface all the walls, which I did with some friends, and then pay the artists a stipend, and then also resurface the concrete, and then light this alley so it's activated. It's for public use, and it's a free outdoor gallery for everyone to enjoy.
Who are the 12 artists that worked on this project?
They're all my favorite artists to work with. So we got Sleazier, Andy Brown, we got Letter 91, Gabe Piscina, we got Nyla Lee, and Jane Goat. We got Breeze, we got Lalo Kota, we got myself, Isaac Caruso, we got Volar, and Just. We got Josh Brizuela, we have La Morena, we have JJ Horner, Tato, and Jesse Perry. So they're all my favorites. We very intentionally said no subject matter, no theme. We want you guys just to come with whatever feels right. We want you to make the best artwork you can, which means that we got to take a step back and just let you do your thing. When we found investors, like these commercial investors, they were very kind when we told them that this isn't an advertisement for your product. This is just a way for you to contribute to the arts. And we'll note you in the credits, but this can't be an ad for like Subway or something. And so everyone was down with it, and I think because of that, we got the best possible outcome with everyone's work. So definitely want to thank Kel Duncan and Hartley Rohde. They're the guys who made it all happen. These guys thought of the original concept. So, I mean, without them, this wouldn't happen. They contacted APS, got APS on board, and they're just super easy to work with. So big ups to them. Also, APS was super helpful in helping us get the supplies we needed and also provide some funding and then donate this awesome wall space. So all the partners that kind of facilitated this event were just the A-team, the best.
How long from initial idea to the final painting was it?
So we kind of got this idea back in August, which means it's, mid-May now, and we started painting about 2 weeks ago. So we finally captured all the funds, I'd say 2 weeks before we painted, so a month ago. So just that whole time in between was just wheeling and dealing and me working on the investor deck and coming up with the branding. And then obviously the guys at Churchill and APS doing their thing.
What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out as a muralist and might seem a little daunted by the amazing talent that they see here?
If you want to paint murals, just go for it. I mean, there's definitely techniques like using a grid that will help you kind of translate from small scale to large scale. And if anyone has any questions on how to do that, feel free to reach out. But it's pretty like weird putting yourself out there for everyone to see. It's just like the nature of public art. You feel very exposed at first, and just go with it. Just enjoy the weirdness and have fun, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. The first few are not going to be great. You'll get better and better, and I'm still working on that myself, but the challenge is what makes it fun.
And do you have any advice in terms of how you interact with artists or businesses in a personal and business way? Have you noticed that you wish or you think that artists really need to keep in mind a certain way of being when they're in these kinds of projects?
Yeah, you need to be professional. Doesn't mean that you can't be yourself, but you need to think about the other person and what they want, and expect to act accordingly. Approach the people who may be benefactors with respect, and don't compromise your own vision and how you want to present yourself. But it just comes down to empathy. I don't know if I have any closing thoughts. Just, please, you have any questions about how to do this sort of thing, don't hesitate to reach out, and don't hesitate to do it, because I guarantee you, even if it sucks, like, it's gonna be better than just never attempting it, and you'll always get better.
Thank you so much, Isaac. I think that that is such terrific advice for artists or muralists who are a little bit hesitant to jump into the field. When you see the work of some of these artists, it can be daunting. I know it is for me. You wonder, will I ever reach that point in talent and experience? And I certainly won't if I don't start. So that is some terrific advice. All of the artists' information that I could find anyway is in the description below. So check out all of these artists, be sure to follow them. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to this channel so I can do more videos highlighting wonderful creative projects and artists here in the Valley. And also follow me on Instagram and all the various places.